Hello and welcome to IT 101.NET Programming 1. My name is Dave Hatter and I'll be your instructor for this course. A little bit of background on me. I've got more than 20 years experience in the industry as a developer, analyst, and architect, and I've owned and sold 2 software development and consulting businesses. Additionally, I have a BS in Information Systems from NKU and have earned numerous certifications. I've been an adjunct here at Cincinnati State for about 10 years, and I currently work as a solution architect and partner at Divinity Partners. While this course does not have any prerequisites, there are some prerequisites for success in this course. Namely, we'll be using Blackboard and in particular tests, assignment manager, and discussion board. So make sure you know how to use those features of Blackboard. We'll also be using compression software in order to zip up your projects and upload them as assignments. There is information on how to do that later on Blackboard. A quick overview of the course. This is a comprehensive introduction to computer programming and design using VisualBasic.NET. Topics in the course include the development cycle, program design, variables, data types, conditional structures, iterative structures, modular programming techniques using procedures and functions, and arrays. Also, we'll be using Visual Studio to build Windows Forms applications, so you'll be introduced to Windows Forms controls. A few tips for success in this course. Don't assume, ask questions. If you have questions about the assignments, if you have questions about the tests, whatever, don't make assumptions. Save yourself a lot of time and grief and simply ask me, or you're also able to ask your fellow classmates through the discussion board. But again, I'm here to help. I want to help. Don't make assumptions. Just go ahead and ask. Don't wait to the last minute to submit assignments. Some of these assignments, especially as the course wears on and builds upon the previous material, will get more difficult and time-consuming. So don't wait to the last minute to submit assignments, and there's 3 reasons for that. A, you don't want to miss the deadline, which will cause you to lose points. B, the longer you wait to do the assignments, the more difficult they'll be to do because the material's not fresh in your mind. And C, if you wait to the last minute, there's less likelihood I will help you in enough time to get your stuff turned in by the deadline. So don't wait till the last minute. Also, to make your life easier, think about what an assignment is asking you to do. In other words, before you sit down and start looking at a flashing cursor on a white screen in Visual Studio and try to write code, be sure you understand what the assignment is asking you to do. Make sure you understand the process behind it. It will make your coding much easier. Also, I would ask you to be sure and test your solutions before you upload them to me to make sure that they will compile and run and do what they're supposed to do. Check your Cincinnati State email regularly. In addition to me sending you direct email messages, you will also get email messages that originate from the announcements feature on Blackboard. Email is the preferred method of communications for these online classes, so you need to check that regularly. I would suggest every day, but certainly no less than once a week. And again, you will get announcements that are posted in Blackboard that get delivered as notifications through email, so check that regularly. When you submit an assignment, I will, in the policies, describe in more detail the turnaround times for grading and so forth, but I will try to adhere to those rigorously. And when you submit an assignment, if there are any issues with it, I'm going to give you some feedback and give you the opportunity to resubmit it in almost every case. So be sure to look for feedback, and when and where possible, make sure that you take the opportunity to fix any problems and resubmit your assignments for additional credit. Along those lines on credit, partial credit is better than no credit. So you should try to submit something for every assignment. Even if it's not complete, even if it's only half complete, I will give you partial credit. So be sure to submit something every time, and be sure to take advantage of the fact that you can resubmit assignments for additional credit. Remember, I can't read your mind, and this is even more important in an online class like this where I won't be able to see you in a classroom. I won't know if you need help. I won't know if you need clarifications. Again, I can't read your mind. If you have questions, please ask. I want to help. Don't forget as well on the front line of help there that in addition to asking me for help, in addition to potentially you and I meeting in person if necessary, and or using tools like Collaborate through Blackboard for me to try to help you remotely, there are full-time instructors who can and will be happy to help, and there is also tutoring available on campus. There's information about this stuff on Blackboard. Don't allow yourself to do poorly in this class because you can't get help in a timely fashion. Take advantage of the tutors and the full-time folks if you need help and you can't get enough help from me. A little personal information about me. I'm a lifelong Greater Cincinnati resident. I've pretty much lived in Fort Wright my whole life, and actually I am now the mayor of Fort Wright. I have 4 kids here and don't plan on leaving this area anytime soon. It's a great place to live. I'm a learning junkie. I love to learn new stuff. It's one of the things that makes courses like this fun for me is working with students. It seems like I always learn something new myself every time. And I also love to read, and I'm a huge fan of something called Audible, which is audiobook software. I listen to about 50 books a year, and it is a great way to be productive in your downtime. So if you want to learn new stuff, be sure and check out Audible. It's a very powerful tool. Finally, I'd like to have some fun in this course, want to keep it very informal. So to that end, please don't call me Professor or Mr. Hat or anything like that. Just call me Dave. I was a student once. I know how this works. So feel free to call me Dave and any kind of correspondence that we might have. And with that, we're about ready to kick off the course. As you know, school doesn't officially start until next week, but I wanted to get this out there and get you cooking. So here's where you should go next. Make sure that you read and understand the syllabus. Make sure that you read and understand the course policies. To ensure that you've done that and watched this video, you need to take the welcome quiz. It will just quiz you over some of the key factors defined in the course policies and syllabus in this video. Also, you need to go into the discussion board and you need to introduce yourself. You'll find a forum in there. This is not optional, it's a requirement. There are some basic instructions, but they're really fairly simple. And the goal is, since we won't be meeting in a classroom and most of the students won't have any face-to-face interaction, is just really to allow you folks to meet each other and try to build some rapport and have a way to collaborate with one another if necessary. I would also ask you to take the Smarter Measure assignment. This is a very cool online tool Cincinnati State makes available for you as a student to gauge if you're really ready to take an online course like this. Some people find online courses like this difficult. Again, this is a handy free tool. You won't be graded on it, but I really strongly encourage you to take this because it's going to help you decide if this class is right for you before you get bogged down and run into a bunch of trouble. Once you've done those things, you can go to the content area in Blackboard, go to week 1, and it's pretty self-explanatory from there. Each week I'll turn on a new week that has any lectures and assignments in there. Look for announcements. I'll be making an announcement each week when new content is posted, and I'll also try to record videos whenever they make sense, in particular when there's any pitfalls or things you need to look out for or stuff that I think would be better for me to explain. So that's all I have for now. Again, welcome to the course. Feel free to call me and call upon me for help anytime. My email address and cell phone is out there in Blackboard. Thanks, and hope to talk to you soon.